Hi, everyone. This is Emily. Welcome to today's episode. Let's talk about something we all know: learning English. It's exciting, but sometimes it feels hard, right? We start full of motivation, then get stuck, unsure what to do next. Maybe you've asked yourself, how can I really get better? Or, why am I not improving? You're not alone. Today, we'll walk through the real path of learning English, step by step. From your first word to full confidence, I'll share how to stay consistent, enjoy the process, and see real progress. No stress, no pressure, just simple, clear guidance you can follow every day. So, if you're ready to take your English to the next level, grab your notebook, sit back, and let's begin this journey together. Have you ever wondered why learning English is such a big deal today? Let's talk about that. English isn't just a school subject. It's a global key that opens doors to almost everything. Over 1.5 billion people use or study English right now. That's 1 in 5 people in the world. It's the language of business, travel, technology, science, and entertainment. Wherever you go, airports, websites, movies, music, English is there. It connects people who would never meet otherwise. That's powerful, right? Think about your favorite song, your dream job, or the place you'd love to travel to. Chances are English can bring you closer to all of those things. When you learn English, you're not just learning words. You're gaining access to the world. It's like having a passport to new ideas, new people, and new opportunities. Let's look at real life. Maybe you want to work for an international company. Most of them require English because teams come from all over the globe. Or maybe you dream of studying abroad. Guess what? Almost every top university uses English. Even if your goal is simply to make new friends online, English helps you connect instantly. Now let's talk about confidence. Learning English doesn't just open doors for your career or education. It changes how you see yourself. When you can express your thoughts in another language, you feel stronger. You can speak up in meetings, interviews, or conversations that once scared you. The confidence builds slowly, but every new word adds a little more strength. And confidence, once you have it, spreads into every part of your life. There's another big reason why English matters: information. More than half of the internet is in English. Articles, tutorials, courses, even memes. Mostly English. If you understand it, you can learn anything faster. You don't need to wait for translations or subtitles. You can read straight from the source. That gives you a huge advantage, no matter what field you're in. So here's a simple truth: you don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Even learning 10 new words a week changes how you see the world. Every small step builds your foundation, just like laying bricks for a strong house. Don't rush it. Don't compare your progress to others. Just keep moving forward. The more you use English, in songs, in shows, in daily talk, the more natural it becomes. English is everywhere. You might not notice it, but it's in your phone, your job, your hobbies. And that's good news, because it means practice is all around you. Watch your favorite show in English. Read the comments. Listen to the lyrics. Every moment you spend hearing or reading English counts as practice. You're learning, even when it doesn't feel like studying. So, why learn English? Because it gives you freedom. Freedom to explore, to grow, to connect. It's not about impressing others or chasing perfection. It's about giving yourself more choices in life. Imagine traveling confidently, understanding people from anywhere, and expressing who you are in a new way. That's what learning English gives you. And the best part? You can start right now. So, wherever you are, beginner or advanced, remember this: every word you learn, every phrase you practice, brings you one step closer. You're not just learning a language, you're building a bridge to the world. And trust me, that bridge is worth every step. Let's start from the beginning, the beginner stage of learning English. This is where everything begins. It might feel slow, even confusing, but trust me, it's the most important part. Think of it like building a house. Without a strong foundation, the walls can't stand tall. Your foundation in English is pronunciation, vocabulary, and simple grammar. First, focus on sounds. Learn the alphabet from A to Z. Say each letter clearly. Pay attention to how words feel when you speak them. Sounds like B and V or S and SH can be tricky, but that's okay. Listen carefully, repeat slowly, and your mouth will start to remember. Use your phone's voice recorder, say simple sentences, and listen back. The goal isn't perfection, it's awareness. You're training your ears and your tongue to work together. Next comes vocabulary, your building blocks. Start small and practical. Learn words you use every day: colors, numbers, food, family, and things around you. For example, learn apple, chair, door, and water. Then move to short sentences. I like apples. This is my chair. The simpler, the better. Because what you can use, you will remember. Now let's talk about grammar. Don't panic. Grammar doesn't have to be scary. At this stage, focus on the basic structure: subject, plus, verb, plus, object. I eat rice. She likes coffee. They play football. That's enough for now. You don't need to memorize every tense. Just know how to make simple positive and negative sentences. If you can say, I don't like tea, or do you like tea? You're already making progress. Listening is also key. Choose materials that are slow and clear: children's shows, beginner podcasts, or simple YouTube lessons. You might not understand everything at first, but that's okay. Your brain needs time to get used to the rhythm and melody of English. Even if you catch only a few words, you're still training your listening muscles. The more you listen, the more familiar it becomes. And don't forget speaking. Yes, even if you're shy. Speak out loud, even if it's just repeating after a video or talking to yourself. You can stand in front of a mirror and say, Good morning, how are you today? The more you speak, the faster your confidence grows. Remember, no one starts fluent. Fluency is built, not gifted. Here's a fun trick. Label your world. Grab some sticky notes and write the English names of things around your home. Put mirror on your mirror, fridge on your fridge, door on your door. You'll start connecting words with real-life objects. It's visual, fun, and surprisingly effective. Consistency is everything. Learning 5 words a day may not sound like much, but in 1 month, that's over 100 words. Small, steady progress is stronger than big, random effort. Make English a part of your routine. Listen in the morning, review words at lunch, speak at night. Your brain loves repetition. The more it sees and hears English, the more natural it becomes. And please be kind to yourself. Everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. Don't let fear stop you from trying. Every mistake is proof that you're learning something new. Celebrate small wins. Maybe you understood a sentence today that confused you last week. That's success. Learning English is not a race. It's a journey. Enjoy it. So, to all beginners listening right now, don't worry about being perfect. Focus on the basics: pronunciation, simple grammar, daily words, and practice. You're not just memorizing language, you're building confidence, step by step. Keep going, stay curious. And one day you'll look back and realize you've come much further than you thought. So, you've moved past the beginner stage. Congratulations. Now you can understand simple English and hold short talks. But what's next? Welcome to the intermediate stage, the most exciting and challenging part of your journey. This is where you start to connect ideas, build confidence, and really make English part of your daily life. At this level, your main goal is expansion: more words, better grammar, and smoother speaking. Let's start with vocabulary. It's time to move beyond basic words like apple or table. Learn vocabulary by topic. For example, food and cooking, work and daily routines, travel and directions, health and emotions. When you learn by topic, your brain builds connections faster. You'll remember words because they relate to each other. Here's a tip. Learn words in context, not in isolation. Don't just memorize hospital. Learn phrases like, I need to go to the hospital, or she works at a hospital. That's how native speakers use language, in patterns. Every phrase you learn gives you ready-to-use language blocks for real conversations. Another key point? Phrasal verbs. These little word combinations can be tricky, but they're everywhere in English. Wake up, turn on, look for, give up. You'll hear them all the time. Don't try to memorize a long list. Instead, notice them in movies, podcasts, or messages. Write them down and practice making your own sentences, bit by bit. They'll feel natural. Now, grammar. Don't worry, this isn't about memorizing 50 rules. It's about understanding patterns that help you sound clear. Learn the common tenses: past, present, continuous, and future. You should know when to say I ate, I'm eating, and I will eat. These tenses let you talk about your life easily: what you did, what you're doing, and what's next. Listening and speaking are your next big focus. At this stage, you can start listening to real English, podcasts, YouTube channels, short interviews. They may sound fast at first, but your ears will adapt. Try a powerful technique called shadowing. Listen to a short clip and repeat it immediately, matching tone and rhythm. It trains your brain, mouth, and memory all at once. Even 5 minutes a day makes a huge difference. Speaking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Find moments to speak every day. Talk about your day, your plans, or your opinions. If you have no one to talk to, record yourself. Then listen back and spot what you can improve. You'll be surprised how quickly your pronunciation and confidence grow. Thinking in English is another big step. Try not to translate in your head. Start small. Describe what you see around you in English. I'm sitting on a chair. The coffee is hot. It might sound silly, but it rewires your brain to process English naturally. Soon, you'll find yourself responding in English without even realizing it. Writing helps too. Try writing short paragraphs about your day or hobbies. This not only improves grammar, but helps you organize thoughts clearly. Use grammar checking tools to see mistakes, but don't depend on them. Learn from them. Each correction is a small lesson you didn't have to study from a book. Remember, progress at this level can feel slow. You might think, I'm not improving anymore. That's normal. It's called the intermediate plateau. But the truth is, you are improving, just in smaller, deeper ways. You're refining pronunciation, rhythm, and natural phrasing. These take time, but make all the difference. So, to sum up this stage, expand your vocabulary by topic, learn phrasal verbs, practice real listening and shadowing, think in English, write short texts, and stay consistent. You're not just learning words now, you're learning to express yourself. And with every sentence you speak, you're one step closer to fluency. Keep going. The best part of your English journey is just beginning. Now, let's talk about the advanced stage, the phase where good English becomes great English. If you're here, it means you can already communicate, watch shows, read articles, and join conversations. But you want more. You want your English to sound natural, confident, and effortless. This is the point where learning turns into refining, polishing, and truly owning the language. At this level, your goal isn't just to learn more words, it's to sound more authentic. That means improving fluency, pronunciation, and the way you express ideas. You already know English rules. Now it's time to make them invisible, to speak without thinking about grammar. Let's start with immersion. Surround yourself with real English every day. Forget textbook dialogues. Listen to how people actually speak in movies, podcasts, and interviews. Pay attention to rhythm, tone, and flow. Notice how native speakers link words, how they pause, how their voices rise and fall. Language isn't only words, it's music. The more you listen, the more your brain catches that rhythm. Next, let's talk about idioms, slang, and expressions. These are what make your English sound alive. Instead of saying, I'm very tired, say, I'm worn out. Instead of, I don't understand, say, I'm lost or I'm not following you. These small details make a huge difference. Learn them naturally from shows, YouTube, or conversations. Keep a notebook just for these expressions. Write them down and try using them right away. The first time might feel strange, but soon it'll become automatic. Now, pronunciation. This is where advanced learners really shine. It's not about having a perfect accent. It's about clarity and confidence. Record yourself speaking. Listen carefully. Ask, do I sound natural? Are my sentences smooth? Work on stress and intonation. English is full of rhythm. Some words are strong, others soft. That's what makes it sound natural. Practice reading short paragraphs aloud every day. The more your mouth moves, the more comfortable it becomes. Speaking isn't just about words, it's about connection. At this stage, you can go deeper in your conversations. Don't just talk about the weather or your job. Talk about your opinions, your ideas, your goals. Discuss news, books, or social issues in English. That's how you build real fluency. You're not just speaking, you're expressing who you are. Writing is another way to sharpen your English. Try writing essays, blog posts, or even social media captions in English. Then ask someone to give feedback, a teacher, a language partner, or even an online community. Feedback helps you see what sounds natural and what doesn't. Each correction brings you one step closer to native-like flow. Reading also matters more than ever. Choose materials that challenge you. Novels, professional articles, research papers. They'll expand your vocabulary and introduce you to new ways of thinking. Try to notice how writers use phrases, transitions, and tone. You can even copy short passages to feel the rhythm in your own writing. That's how your English becomes elegant and precise. But remember, even at the advanced level, mistakes still happen. And that's completely fine. Even native speakers make small grammar slips. Perfection isn't the goal. Confidence is. The real success is when English stops feeling like something you're studying and starts feeling like something you live in. You watch a movie, read a book, or chat with someone, and English just flows naturally. That's the moment you know you've made it. So, if you're at this stage, keep polishing your skills. Listen to real English, collect idioms, refine pronunciation, and challenge your thoughts through writing and speaking. Push your comfort zone. Make mistakes proudly, because each one means progress. And most of all, enjoy it. You've worked hard to get here. Now it's time to make English truly yours. Let's talk about something that makes or breaks your English progress. Daily habits. No matter your level, beginner, intermediate, or advanced, habits are what keep you growing. It's not about studying for hours once a week. It's about doing a little every day. Because small, consistent actions are the secret behind real improvement. Think of it like watering a plant. If you give it too much water once and then forget it for weeks, it won't grow. But a little water every day? That's how it thrives. Your English works the same way. Regular practice keeps it alive and growing. Let's look at 5 simple daily habits you can start today. They don't take much time, but they make a huge difference. Habit 1, listening. Spend 15 to 20 minutes listening to English every day. It could be a podcast, a YouTube video, or even your favorite song. The goal isn't to understand every word. It's to get used to how English sounds. Over time, your brain starts to recognize rhythm, tone, and expression naturally. Try to listen actively. Repeat phrases, copy the speaker's tone, or note down new words. Habit 2, speaking. This is where confidence grows. You don't need a partner every time. You can talk to yourself, and yes, it works. Describe what you're doing. I'm cooking dinner, I'm walking to work, or talk about your plans. Tomorrow, I'll visit my friend. The more you speak, the easier words will come. Speaking out loud helps your brain link thought and language together. Habit 3, reading. Read a little English every day. It could be an article, a short story, news headlines, or even social media posts. Choose topics you enjoy. That way, it never feels like homework. Reading improves your vocabulary, sentence structure, and general understanding of the language. And don't stress about big words. Context will help you guess the meaning. One page a day is enough to keep your mind active. Habit 4, writing. You don't need to write essays. Just a few sentences daily is perfect. Try keeping a simple English journal. Write about your day, your thoughts, or your goals. This habit helps you think in English and notice grammar patterns naturally. You'll start seeing progress when you look back at older entries and realize how much better you've become. Habit 5, shadowing. This technique is powerful and fun. Listen to a short audio clip and repeat it exactly like the speaker. Match the tone, speed, and pauses. It trains your ears, tongue, and memory all at once. It's one of the best ways to sound more fluent and natural. Even 5 minutes of shadowing each day can transform your speaking rhythm. Now let's talk about consistency, the real magic behind these habits. Doing something small every day builds momentum. It keeps your brain engaged even when you're busy. Don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. Some days you'll have 30 minutes, other days, maybe only 5. That's okay. What matters is showing up. The habit itself is what builds fluency. Here's a bonus tip. Make it fun. Use English to explore things you love, movies, recipes, games, or travel videos. When you enjoy what you're doing, learning feels effortless. You'll look forward to it instead of forcing yourself to study. And remember to celebrate small wins. Finished a podcast without subtitles. Great. Learned 10 new words this week? That's progress. Each little success gives you motivation to keep going. So here's your challenge. Pick 2 of these habits and start today. Keep them simple. Keep them consistent. You'll be amazed at how much your English improves when it becomes part of your everyday life. Because fluency isn't built in a day. It's built day by day. Keep going, keep practicing, and remember, small steps lead to big changes. Let's be honest, learning English isn't always easy. We all face moments of frustration, doubt, and even fear. There are days when you feel like you're not improving at all, or you just want to give up. But guess what? You're not alone. Every learner, at every level, goes through this. Today, let's talk about the most common challenges English learners face and how to overcome them. The first big challenge is fear of making mistakes. You know that feeling. You want to speak, but your mind freezes. What if I say something wrong? What if people laugh at me? That fear holds so many learners back. But here's the truth. Mistakes are not the enemy. They're your greatest teachers. Every mistake you make shows you where to improve. Even native speakers make small mistakes all the time. The goal isn't perfection, it's communication. If people understand you, that's success. So next time you speak, don't chase perfect grammar. Chase connection. The more you talk, the faster confidence grows. The second challenge is lack of motivation. You start strong, full of energy, but after a few weeks, life gets busy. You miss a few lessons, skip a few days, and suddenly you feel stuck. That's normal. Motivation isn't something that stays forever. It needs to be renewed. So, how do you keep it alive? Make English part of your lifestyle. Watch shows you love, read about topics that interest you, and celebrate small wins. Enjoying the process is what keeps you moving. You don't need discipline if you have curiosity. Let English be something fun, not a chore. The third challenge, grammar overload. Too many rules, too many exceptions, and too much confusion. You might feel lost trying to remember when to use haze, have, or had. Here's the trick. Don't study grammar like a math formula. Learn it through real examples. Listen, read, and notice patterns. When you hear, I've been waiting, don't just translate it. Ask, when do people use this? Context teaches better than any textbook. Over time, grammar stops being a set of rules and becomes a natural habit. The fourth challenge is learning alone. Many people don't have someone to practice with, so they feel stuck in silence. But the world is full of ways to connect now. You can join online English clubs, use language exchange apps, or even talk to AI partners for practice. If you can't find someone, talk to yourself. Seriously, it works. Describe what you see, what you feel, what you want to do. The more you speak, the more natural it feels. You don't need an audience to practice, just your voice and consistency. Another big challenge is comparing yourself to others. Maybe you see someone speaking fluently and think, I'll never sound like that. But remember, you're seeing their chapter 10, not their chapter 1. Everyone learns at a different pace. Your journey is unique, and comparing only steals your motivation. Focus on your own progress. Look back at how far you've come, not how far you have to go. Growth happens quietly, day by day. Here's something important. Mindset is everything. If you believe you can improve, you will. If you tell yourself, I'm bad at English, your brain listens. So change that voice inside. Say, I'm learning English, or I'm getting better every day. That simple shift makes a big difference. Confidence isn't something you wait for, it's something you build through action. Let's wrap this up with a reminder. Challenges are part of the process, not signs of failure. They're the tests that prove you're growing. Fear, low motivation, grammar stress, or loneliness, all of them can be overcome with the right mindset. So, next time you feel stuck, take a breath and remind yourself why you started. Learning English isn't a straight line, it's a journey full of ups and downs. And every time you keep going despite the struggle, you're already winning. Stay positive, stay curious, and keep moving forward, step by step, because every challenge you face today becomes your strength tomorrow. Now, let's explore one of the most exciting parts of learning English, using the right tools and resources. In today's world, you don't need to sit in a classroom or buy heavy textbooks. Technology has changed everything. You can learn English anytime, anywhere, and in ways that fit your style. The key is to use the right tools. Smart, fun, and effective ones that make learning feel effortless. Let's start with one of the most popular apps, Duolingo. If you're a beginner, it's a great place to start. Duolingo turns learning into a game. You earn points, unlock levels, and compete with friends. It teaches you vocabulary, simple grammar, and everyday phrases in short, fun lessons. Even 5 minutes a day can build a strong foundation. It's not everything you need, but it's perfect for building daily habits. Next, let's talk about YouTube, the world's biggest free classroom. You can find lessons on pronunciation, grammar, idioms, and even real-life conversations. Channels like BBC Learning English, English with Lucy, or Speak English with Vanessa are fantastic. The best part? You can choose teachers who match your learning style. You can pause, repeat, and learn at your own pace. No pressure, no grades, just progress. Now, for speaking practice, try Hello Talk or Tandem. These apps connect you with native speakers around the world. You chat, exchange messages, or even have voice calls. It's like a language exchange. You help them with your language, and they help you with English. It's real conversation, not a scripted exercise. At first, it might feel scary, but after a few chats, it becomes fun and natural. You'll realize speaking English with real people is the fastest way to improve. For writing, there's a brilliant tool, Grammarly. It corrects your grammar and spelling in real time as you type. But more than that, it explains why something is wrong. So, instead of memorizing grammar rules, you learn them through practice. Use it when writing emails, essays, or even social media posts. It's like having a personal English coach inside your computer. If you love listening, then podcasts and audiobooks are gold. Platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts are full of English content. You can listen while walking, cooking, or driving. Choose topics you love: motivation, travel, self improvement, anything. Listening helps you train your ear for natural speech and different accents. And the best part? You can learn without even realizing it. Reading apps and websites are just as powerful. Try BBC News, The Guardian, or Medium. They have clear modern English. If that feels too hard, use reading apps like News in Levels. Stories are written in 3 difficulty levels. You can start easy and move up as your confidence grows. Reading builds vocabulary, grammar awareness, and cultural understanding all at once. Now, here's a secret many learners forget. Mix your tools. Don't rely on just one. Use Duolingo for daily vocabulary, YouTube for listening, Tandem for speaking, and Grammarly for writing. Each tool strengthens a different skill. Together, they create balance. Think of them as your personal English toolkit, flexible, modern, and always with you. But remember, tools are only as good as how you use them. Don't just collect apps, use them consistently. Set small goals like 10 minutes of listening or 5 new words a day. The goal isn't to do everything at once. It's to keep moving one step at a time. You'll be surprised how much progress happens when learning becomes part of your routine. So, if you've been waiting for the perfect method, stop waiting. The best method is the one that keeps you learning today. With the right tools and a curious mindset, English becomes not just a subject, but a lifestyle. Explore, experiment, and enjoy the process. Technology has made learning English easier than ever. You just need to take the first step. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. You've just walked through the full journey of learning English, from basics to fluency. No matter where you are now, remember this. Progress happens one small step at a time. Focus on building good habits, stay curious, and don't be afraid of mistakes. Every word you learn, every sentence you try, brings you closer to confidence. English isn't just a language. It's a bridge that connects you with the world. So keep listening, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. Because the only way to fail is to stop trying. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Emily, and I hope this episode gave you the spark to keep moving forward. Until next time, stay positive, keep learning, and remember, every step counts.